Students across the country are back in the classroom, and many of them are missing their cell phones. Studies show the devices are distracting and disruptive to learning. So a number of states have banned cell phone use in public schools. CBN's Charlene Aaron brings us the story.
There's overwhelming support for banning cell phones during class time in middle and high schools. In addition, 2/3 of Americans believe phone-free schools will help students improve their social skills, grades, and behavior. We may also see if that happens since more students across the country face the new reality this school year: no cell phones allowed. Since last fall, more than 30 states have moved to ban or restrict cell phones in their public schools.
Cell phones are expected to be off and away. So in the backpack if they're in high school, just off and away, not in use, not vibrating or turning on or sending messages that are going to be distracting.
States joining Virginia in these phone bans include Alabama, Georgia, Iowa, Louisiana, New York, and Texas. In Wisconsin, where nearly every school district bans phones in the classroom, Republican State Senator Joel Kitchens says an ongoing problem is with enforcing the rules, often due to parental complaints. He has introduced legislation to send a clear message that school district superintendents have state law behind phone restriction policies.
So, we're not doing this because we think the schools don't, we're forcing the schools to do this. We want to back them up and let them say, when the parents complain to them, say, hey, sorry, we're just following state law. So, that's really the goal, that we all need to be on the same page on this.
Experts and advocates agree phones have led to a mental health crisis for young Americans, ranging from lack of attention and poor focus.
We also have what some researchers have termed an attention apocalypse going on, which is kids have become so acclimated to these digital devices.
To bringing trauma and danger into their lives.
I saw the phone indeed as a vector of disease, carrying toxic online content and creating disease in our children.
Parents like Laura Derendinger have become the driving force behind a grassroots effort to get kids off screens. Sabine Polek helped start the Phone-Free Schools movement.
Phones have really stripped childhood away from kids. We joined together. We really started trying to advocate in our community for education around the harms of social media. And through that, we began talking with the leaders in our school community.
Former teacher Kathleen Barlow saw firsthand the negative effect of cell phone addiction in kids.
Kids are retreating into these virtual worlds, and we feel like we're losing them.
Beyond mental health concerns, teachers and school administrators are seeing more classroom disruptions and disciplinary problems in students with phones in class. 72% of high school teachers consider cell phone distraction a major problem in their classrooms. 33% of middle school teachers also share concerns.
I call them dopamine devices in their hands. It's very difficult for teachers to compete with that kind of level of entertainment. Even the best teachers can't compete with that.
Some parents aren't comfortable that their children won't have their phones, especially in case of an emergency. To that, Henson points to the advice of experts.
If mom is calling their child during an emergency, or heaven forbid, there's a school shooter situation going on, the child, instead of listening to the first responders that are there in person and have complete and accurate information, instead, they're trying to calm mom down on the phone, or mom may be hearing inaccurate information.
Meanwhile, teachers are happy about the new policies.
I've never had our kids more engaged, ever, in 21 years. 21 years.
I haven't had any issues, period, and I have around 200 students, and no one has freaked out. No one has made it a big deal.
There are also other surprising outcomes.
One of my, partners with the Smartphone Free Childhood team, she was talking to librarians, and after the school had gone phone free, the librarians said the amount of books checked out of the library of high school increased by 50%. That's huge.
Results many celebrate as parents, lawmakers, and schools work together to create healthier, more focused environments for the nation's students.
I've made the connection of kind of like zombies. just walking around, not paying attention. Now it's so different.
Charlene Aaron, CBN News.
I think we're all waking up to the cell phone phenomenon being a dopamine trap, that we're stuck on them. I've seen reports that they're now putting up traffic lights on the sidewalk. So as you're looking down at your phone, you can see it's not safe to cross the street because you're not paying attention to your surroundings. But there's another problem here, is that these algorithms are reinforcing certain ideas. So ideas are being planted into young minds, and then the algorithm takes over and says, well, if you like that post, I'm going to give you more like it. And so it becomes a reinforcing algorithm that gets you into particular opinions or particular ideas. Do you really want your child exposed to that kind of content? And then have that content reinforced again and again and again that, well, everything I'm seeing on my phone says that I'm right. I'm not going to listen to another opinion because I know my opinion is right. That's the danger of this. And isn't it wonderful that checking out a book and having that inform you, that's now up 50%. Here's a test for you. And if you want to see if you're part of this dopamine trap, just personally, put your phone away for a period of time and intentionally walk away from it. What happens to you emotionally? Do you feel some kind of separation anxiety? Well, if you do, I would submit that you need to look at that and say, have I fallen into this trap? That this phone is now, I think somehow it's a necessary part of my life. Yes, are they convenient? Is it a good way to stay in touch with friends and family? Is it a good way to find information? What's near me, convenience, all of those kinds of things. But if it's creating a separation anxiety, maybe you too have fallen into it and recognize it's probably good for you to leave it behind and separate it from it so that you can get in touch with the people around you, pay attention to the traffic lights right in front of you, and not be so obsessed with the phone.